Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you live from the GoHastings.com Wrestle Center. Coming off the big pay-per-view, the Fatal 4-Way. I watched a lot of people's reviews last night. A lot of people didn't like the Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view. They didn't like basically having the 4-way matches shoved down your throat. A lot of people thought that even the triple threat match is being overused, but it may be a lot now. Me as a fan, from what I saw, I was watching the feed, and I had to watch the results later. I had to run out for dinner. I thought the pay-per-view was good. All the title changes really surprised me, and sometimes you just need to just shake it up a little bit. As one of my videos said, I'm not the biggest fan of Rey Mysterio having the title, but it's going to give somebody a shot at beating him. And hopefully it's a good feud. I hope that they learn from their first time when having the belt on Rey, and having an underdog champion that loses every week is a bad idea. And I hope that's not the way they go for. If Fatal 4-Way is not going to be a pay-per-view again, a pay-per-view concept, I hope they go back to the scrambles. I know they had a pay-per-view, I believe it was in 2008, where they had 3 different scramble matches, where it was basically 5 guys for, I believe it was a 15-minute time limit, and whoever got the last pinfall won. And as the match went on, whoever got the pin was the the quote-unquote champion until the next pin. Like one of the matches that was the SmackDown title at the time had Brian Kendrick get the first win, so he was sort of the world champion for a minute or 2 minutes. It wasn't really, you wanted to read it in the the title histories, but if you were watching the show, it was pretty crazy to think of, oh man, Brian Kendrick actually has the title of of champion right now. But I liked it. I'd like to see the scrambles come back. The last time I think they saw one was the pay-per-view I was at, was the Bash 2009. And what I read after it was that the WWE was trying to retool it and try to fix the kinks that they thought the match had. So yeah, I liked it. I hope other people liked it. If you liked it, let me know. And I think that'd be a great way to build some pay-per-view. I always liked it. Putting 5 dudes in there, and you don't know who's going to end up with it at the end. It's sort of like the Royal Rumble. It's real exciting all the way to the last second it takes off. With Raw tonight, I liked Raw. I thought Raw was a real good show. I liked how they sort of from the beginning, they pushed you down with the NXT. They came out there and they did their apologies, which a lot of people got pissed off about, that they were watering down the NXT. I didn't understand if they were going to make them. I was like, are they still a group? Are they faces now? Are they heels? Are they in betweens? I really didn't understand where they were going. I'm glad they answered it at the end, but beating the crap out of Vince. Oh my gosh, Justin Gabriel with a 450, that devastating Skip Sheffield clothesline. I like how they're giving Skip Sheffield like a big push out of this. Like they're making like his clothesline be like the most devastating move, because every time he does it, he gets the biggest ooh out of the crowd. If you watch that, Wade Barrett. I mean, devastating move. I can't remember the name of his finisher, but oh man, when he hit it on Vince, that was so cool. I mean, they've taken everybody out in the WWE. I can't think of anybody else. They've gone after the biggest guys. They took out the chairman, Vince McMahon. They took out John Cena. They went after Cena and made Cena lose his title. If you're not getting people's attention, I don't know any other way to do it. When Vince was out there, at the end of the show, and he was sort of like building up his ego, and he took credit for what was going on with NXT. It made me think of the Matt Hardy situation when Matt Hardy was fired from WWE, which most people think it was a real situation, and me, as being like a conspiracy theory kind of guy, I always really thought that whole thing was a work. I sort of thought that what probably happened was that Lita and Matt broke up on their own, and they went to WWE management with it and said that this is what it is, and and they just wanted to let people know. And I think the genius of Vince McMahon, or somebody that works at the company, dreamt up the whole angle. I think it's a little too real to be real, is what I think. So I don't know. I've never really heard anybody back up what I have to say, but it's honestly what I've always thought. But that's what made me think about it, and that whole angle sort of that segment sort of killed the whole angle, where Vince came out there and talked about his ego and how basically he built up everything, and he has to look around, and when something is on fire, he has to get a hold of it. So then he brought Matt Hardy out, and everybody in the crowd sort of was just sitting on their hands through his whole segment. They loved the 2 weeks before when he attacked Edge. Once he attacked him in the back and ran out of the arena, and another time he actually ran to the ring and attacked him and got on the mic. That's where he yelled out the Ring of Honor. I'll see you at ROH! And basically he fought off everybody until the cops came and they handcuffed him, and they looked like they were arresting him and throwing him out. And then next week, you know, he just shows up in the Vince McMahon limo and he's hired again and he's fighting Edge at SummerSlam. And lucky for them, they had a great match at SummerSlam, and they followed it up with 2 more matches. I can't remember where they had the cage match was the second match, and then the third match was the ladder match that was on the Raw Homecoming show. I don't know, the whole thing with Vince tonight with the NXT guys made me think about that. I was glad that when the NXT guys wised up and just kicked the shit out of him. That was so awesome. I hope everybody else liked that as well. I get to end off the video with my epic. I guess it's not really an unboxing; it's an unveiling. It's 4 DVDs that I've got over time. I was gonna call it the Attitude Era one, but I guess I got 2 different eras here. They're all from the 2000s. Basically, we got Royal Rumble 2000. Great DVD. Picked this one up off of Amazon for $10. It was a steal of a bargain. They don't have a lot of stuff coming in right now, mostly because saving up for SummerSlam. But this has a great match. Taz vs. Angles is one of my favorites, but also Triple H vs. Cactus Jack. When Triple H was coming up, he was really being helped out by Cactus Jack. He had 2 great matches, one with Royal Rumble, and then they had the Hell in the Cell at the next pay-per-view. And basically, Cactus Jack made him look like a real champion. And I think Triple H owes a lot to Mick Foley for putting him in the spot he was at and making him believable. And it also comes with this picture of Terry Reynolds, where if you put your finger over her face, she actually looks real attractive. Oh man. Picked this one up at my favorite, GoHastings.com. It was only $16. It was a hell of a deal. What a steal. I even made a video hoping other people will go out there and get it with the discount code. It's a great DVD, 2 discs. Both of them play great. Everybody's always wondering about Go Hastings. I'll always support them to the day I die. They're always going to be 100% cheaper than Amazon, I would think. And their shipping's good if you're buying more than 1 DVD, unlike Amazon. Amazon has the flat rate. You're always going to pay the same price. The more you buy at Go Hastings, the cheaper at Go Hastings, the cheaper the shipping gets. But great DVD right here. Had no problems playing. I don't think anybody needs a review on a WrestleMania. I think everybody's seen them. We got the Invasion. I would tell you it's 2001, but it's the only Invasion you got, so you're not going to get it confused. Very, very good DVD. A lot of people who say the Invasion angle wasn't that good probably hasn't seen this pay-per-view, because this is an excellent pay-per-view, top to bottom. It doesn't matter which you watch. Most of these matches are great. If you're going to think of what steals the show, the Jeff Hardy vs. Rob Van Dam match is great. I don't think that anybody will say anything other than that. And then we got the Elimination Chamber from Survivor Series 2002. This is the first debut of the Elimination Chamber. They had a real big mystery about what the Elimination Chamber was and what it was going to be. You could hear it in the announcer's voice the whole show leading up to it, that it's just, you knew that you're going to be watching something special, and even when you're watching it, you're surprised at what's going on. And I don't know, it's always cool to see the Rob Van Dam leap at the end. I just got this today. I haven't checked it out. Might watch it today later, or tomorrow. Matters what tonight brings. Woo! Yeah, come on.